Is Dollar Bill Spencer finally losing his grip, or is he playing a game so twisted that even his own sons can't see the finish line? Was Wyatt's return really just a family reunion, or has he been brought back as the ultimate weapon in a corporate war that's about to tear the Logan family apart? We're diving deep into the high-stakes manipulation and the glittering shadows of the hope for the future Diamond. The air in Los Angeles just got a lot heavier with the return of Wyatt Spencer, and honestly, it's about time. For 2 years, Wyatt has been off the canvas, supposedly finding himself, or at least finding some space away from the suffocating influence of the Spencer empire. But let's analyze the timing here. Bill doesn't do anything out of the goodness of his heart. He summoned Wyatt back because he needs a specific kind of surgical precision that only Wyatt possesses. My opinion? Bill is treating his son like a dormant asset he just decided to liquidate. Psychologically, this is a massive blow to Wyatt's supposed independence. Imagine spending 2 years building a life away from the dollar bill shadow, only to be yanked back by a single phone call. Wyatt was stunned and flabbergasted when he heard the plan, and that reaction tells us everything about his internal state. He's feeling that old, familiar tug of patriarchal control. It's a classic case of the golden son being reminded that his gold actually belongs to the father. Interpretation-wise, this isn't just about business. It's about Bill reasserting his dominance over the Spencer lineage. He let Wyatt have his space, but now that space is being reclaimed. Does Wyatt actually want to be there? He thought Bill's request was a joke at first, which suggests a deep-seated disbelief in his father's capacity for growth. Wyatt is stepping back into a cage, even if that cage is lined with Spencer publication millions. Now, let's talk about the real star of the show, that 40-carat blue rock that seems to carry a curse alongside its magical reputation. Bill wants the hope for the future Diamond, and he wants Wyatt to get it. To understand why this is a move of pure psychological warfare, we have to look at the history. Back in 2013, this diamond was the centerpiece of Wyatt's obsession with Hope Logan. Reintroducing it now isn't just a snag in a plan. It's a deliberate attempt to trigger old traumas. Emotionally, the diamond represents a time of intense insecurity for Liam and a time of manipulative triumph for Wyatt and his mother, Quinn. By asking Wyatt to go after it again, Bill is forcing his son to revisit a version of himself he likely tried to leave behind in his 2-year hiatus. My take? It's a disgusting move by Bill. He's using a symbol of Wyatt's past failures and obsessions to fuel a new corporate vendetta. From a psychological perspective, the diamond is a transitional object for the Spencer-Logan feud. It's a physical manifestation of the destiny Brooke Logan is always preaching about. When Wyatt and Hope first touched it in Mexico, it was framed as magic, but we know better, it's marketing. Bill wants that magic to rub off on his new Logan brand, and he's willing to exploit Wyatt's complicated history with Hope to get it. It's not just a gem, it's a trigger. Bill Spencer's plan to build a fashion empire under the Logan name is perhaps his most arrogant move to date. He's hired Hope Logan Spencer, and he's doing it specifically to get under Brooke's skin. Analysis shows this isn't just about market share, it's about legacy snatching. Bill is trying to own the Logan name more than the Logans do. He's effectively trying to buy Brooke's destiny and put his own price tag on it. Internally, Bill is likely feeling a sense of restless entitlement. He's survived scandals, but he hasn't conquered the fashion world yet. By bringing Wyatt back to handle the marketing, he's creating a Spencer-Logan hybrid that he thinks will be unstoppable. But my opinion is that he's overestimating his control. He thinks he can just plug Wyatt into the machine and the diamond will follow. He's forgetting that the people involved have souls, not just salaries. The psychological layer here is all about Bill's ego. He needs to be the architect of everyone's success. By putting Hope at the center of Logan, he's playing savior while actually acting as a puppeteer. He knows this will cause Brooke to get her lingerie all twisted up, and he's relishing that chaos. It's a power move designed to prove that the Logans are nothing without a Spencer backing them. Just when Bill thought he had his chess pieces in order, in walks Shauna Fulton. Denise Richards is back, and she is bringing exactly the kind of delightfully tacky energy this storyline needs. Shauna didn't just return. She crashed a high-stakes meeting and immediately started flirting with the nearest billionaire. This is a masterclass in opportunism. Shauna sees a new fashion empire rising, and she wants her name on the guest list or the payroll. Analysis of Shauna's return suggests she is the ultimate snag in Bill's plan. While Bill is focused on the diamond and the Logans, Shauna is focused on Bill. She's unbothered, unpredictable, and always looking out for number one. Emotionally, she's a breath of fresh air because she doesn't carry the heavy, destiny-laden baggage of the Logans. She wants a drink, a checkbook, and a front-row seat to the war. My interpretation of her arrival is that she represents the Vegas wild card that Bill's corporate mind can't account for. Psychologically, Shauna operates on a survival instinct disguised as charm. She bragged about her boutique experience, but we all know her real expertise is in navigating wealthy men. If Bill thinks he can use her, he's mistaken. She's already using him to wedge herself back into the LA elite. She is the chaotic element that will likely blow up the Logan brand before it even launches. While Bill and Shauna are playing power games, Donna Logan is living in a literal nightmare of secrecy. She's caught in the crosshairs of the Logan feud, and it is killing her to keep hope secret. Analysis shows that Donna is the emotional glue of the Logan family, but that glue is currently being stretched to the breaking point. She knows that Hope signing with Logan is a betrayal of Brooke, and she's the one holding the match that could light the whole thing on fire. Donna's internal state is one of pure anxiety. She's torn between her loyalty to her sister Katie's business move and her loyalty to Brooke's peace of mind. Psychologically, Donna suffers from the classic middle child syndrome, the peacemaker who ends up being the one most traumatized by the conflict. She's been told by Bill to stay out of it, but how can she when she's the one who sees the disaster coming? In my opinion, Donna is being overly dramatic, but her fear is grounded in reality. The Logans are a family built on shared history and destiny. A secret this big, Hope effectively abandoning Forrester for a rival brand, is a foundational crack. Donna isn't just keeping a secret, she's harboring a weapon. Every time she looks at Brooke, she's feeling the weight of that betrayal, and that kind of psychological pressure always leads to a leak. Do you ever get the feeling that Dollar Bill Spencer thinks the whole world is just a giant chessboard? And honestly, everyone else in Los Angeles is just a pawn he forgot to move for a couple of years? Well, that's exactly what it feels like right now with Wyatt Spencer finally stepping back into the frame. Wyatt's been gone for 2 long years, right? He went off to find himself, or at least to find a life where he wasn't constantly cleaning up after his dad and brother. But then Bill picks up the phone, and just like that, Wyatt is summoned back to the Spencer home base. Can you imagine how that feels? You think you've finally made it on your own, you're living your life away from the chaos, and then your dad calls and says he has a mission that only you can handle. It's like Bill has this remote control for his kids' lives, and he just hit the play button after a 2-year pause. But here is the kicker. Wyatt had absolutely no clue why he was being hauled back to town. Even Liam was in the dark, which you know must have been eating at him. When Bill finally dropped the bomb at the end of Wednesday's episode, even Wyatt was completely floored. Bill wants him to get his hands on the hope for the future diamond. Now, if you're a longtime fan, your jaw probably hit the floor just like Wyatt's did. Wyatt's first reaction was that this has to be a joke. But Bill Spencer doesn't do jokes. Not when there's money and power on the table. He's serious. He's dead serious. He wants that 40-carat blue rock, and he's decided Wyatt is the only person who can snag it. The funny thing is, Bill is being so incredibly blunt about his motives. He flat out told Wyatt that hiring Hope Logan Spencer for this new venture is going to get Brooke Logan's lingerie all twisted up. I mean, can we just take a second to talk about Bill's ego there? He isn't just trying to build a business, he's trying to trigger a family crisis for sport. Psychologically, Bill is such a fascinating character because he seems to thrive on friction. He doesn't just want success, he wants the kind of success that makes his enemies, and even his friends, uncomfortable. By bringing Wyatt back and putting him on this path, he's basically restarting a war that Wyatt had probably hoped was over. Now, let's talk about this diamond for a second, because it's not just some shiny piece of jewelry. This thing has a history that is messier than a bucket of spilled paint. If you don't remember the details from back in 2013, don't worry, because the history of this thing is wild. It first showed up right around the same time Wyatt did. Back then, Wyatt was obsessed with Hope, and his mother, Quinn, who we all know was the queen of meddling, was doing everything in her power to make sure Wyatt and Hope ended up together. The Quinn actually pushed them to go to Mexico to see this infamous blue diamond, which was worth a cool $100 million at the time. The guy who owned it, Ricardo, claimed it had magical powers that could lead people to their destinies. Does it feel like destiny to you? Or just really good marketing? Because Hope totally bought into the magic talk. She even bonded with Ricardo over it since her mom, Brooke, is basically the spokesperson for destiny. Wyatt even vowed back then that he would marry Hope and give her that exact ring. He eventually did get her the ring, but as we know, the staying married part didn't exactly work out the way he planned. So, for Bill to ask Wyatt to go after this specific diamond again, that is some deep-level psychological manipulation right there. He's forcing Wyatt to revisit one of the most intense, obsessive periods of his life. It's like Bill is trying to poke at an old wound just to see if it's still tender. And what about Wyatt's headspace? He's been away for 2 years. He missed Liam's wedding, he hasn't seen Will, he's been totally disconnected. And now he's being treated like a marketing tool. Bill wants Wyatt's expertise to push the Logan brand to the top. He's basically saying, "Hey son, I know you took Hope for the future to new heights at Forrester, so come do the same for me." It's a huge compliment to Wyatt's skills, sure, but it also feels like Bill is just consuming Wyatt's identity for the sake of the Spencer empire. Do you think Wyatt is actually going to go through with it? Or is he going to see this as the trap that it clearly is? The spoilers for Thursday, May 28th, are already hinting that there's going to be a major snag in Bill's plan. Wyatt might be the one to throw a wrench in the gears. Maybe he's grown up. Maybe he doesn't want to play these games anymore. He might tell his dad that getting the diamond isn't going to be the cakewalk Bill thinks it is. And honestly, thank goodness for that. We need someone to stand up to Dollar Bill every once in a while, right? But just when you think things can't get any more complicated, guess who decides to crash the party? Shauna Fulton is back. I don't know about you, but I've missed Denise Richards on my screen. Shauna is like a human hurricane of charm and trouble. She doesn't just walk into a room, she explodes into it. She's going to crash a high-stakes meeting at Spencer Publications like she owns the place. And what's the first thing she does? She starts flirting with Bill and his sons, telling them how handsome they are. It's classic Shauna. But don't let the flirting fool you. She's got an agenda. She's heard about this new fashion empire and she wants in. She's even bragging about her experience running high-end boutiques in Vegas to prove she's a valuable asset. I asked Shauna, really there for the job? Or is she just looking for a front-row seat to the explosion? Psychologically, Shauna is such a wild card because she's completely unbothered by the Logan drama. She doesn't care about destiny or family legacies. She cares about Shauna. Her return is going to create a massive problem for Bill's focus plan. Think about it. Bill is trying to run a surgical corporate takeover and Shauna is basically walking in with a bag of confetti and a cocktail. She's the chaotic element that no billionaire can plan for. Do you think Bill is going to use her? Or is he finally going to meet his match in someone who is just as opportunistic as he is? While all this corporate chess is happening at Spencer, Donna Logan is living through her own personal nightmare. She is stuck right in the crosshairs of this growing Logan feud. Donna knows the big secret. She knows that Hope has officially signed with Logan and is planning to launch a new line with Deke Sharp. And she knows that when Brooke finds out, the house is going to come down. Bill told Donna to stay out of Logan business, but how can she? She's a Logan. Loyalty is everything to them, but right now, her loyalties are being pulled in 3 different directions. She's torn between her sister Katie, who is making these power moves, and her sister Brooke, who is about to be blindsided. It's a classic case of the middle sister being the emotional punching bag for everyone else's drama. Donna is absolutely adamant that hiring Hope is a huge mistake and that it's going to destroy the family peace. Some people think she's being dramatic, but when you look at the history of the Logans, is she really? These women don't just have disagreements. They have era-defining wars. Donna is terrified that once the truth comes out, there's no going back. She's holding a secret that's basically a live grenade, and she's the one who's going to get burned if it goes off in her hand. The tension is just ramping up everywhere you look. If Donna gets confronted about Hope's hiatus from Forrester, is she really going to be able to keep a straight face? She's already feeling stressed to the max. It's only a matter of time before someone cracks. And then there's Deke Sharp. Poor Deke is caught in this weird position where he's part of the package deal with Hope. He's got to be wondering if he's actually wanted for his talent, or if he's just there because Hope insisted. It's a total blow to the ego, and you have to wonder how that's going to play out in the long are you? And so, where do we go from here? The escalation is real. We've got Wyatt being pushed back into a role he clearly has doubts about. We've got a $100 million diamond being used as bait for a family feud. We've got Shauna Fulton ready to stir the pot just for the fun of it. And we've got Donna Logan on the verge of a total breakdown over a secret she never wanted to keep. It feels like all these separate storylines are hurtling toward a massive collision point. Prediction time. I honestly think Wyatt is going to surprise everyone and refuse to go after that diamond. He's seen the damage that obsession can do, and he might finally be ready to tell Bill no for real. But that's only going to make Bill more determined, which means he might turn to someone even more dangerous to get what he wants. And as for Donna, she's going to spill the beans. She's not built for this kind of deception. The moment Brooke looks her in the eye and asks for the truth, Donna is going to fold like a house of cards. And when that happens, the war between the Logan sisters isn't just going to be business, it's going to be personal. And let's not forget Shauna. My prediction is that she's going to find a way to make herself indispensable to Bill, but not in the way he expects. She's going to leverage her knowledge and her charm to get exactly what she wants, and Bill might realize too late that he's let a fox into the hen house. It's going to be absolutely glorious to watch. But what do you think? I want to hear your theories on this. Do you think Wyatt should help his dad get the hope for the future diamond? Or is it time for him to walk away from the Spencer legacy for good? Does that diamond still have some kind of magic left in it? Or is Bill just chasing ghosts? And what about Shauna? Are you excited to see her back in the mix? Or do you think she's just going to get in the way of the drama we actually care about? This whole situation is a masterclass in how to build tension. Every 2-year hiatus, every secret contract, and every flirtatious comment from Shauna is another layer of pressure being added to the story. It's not just about who's dating who anymore. It's about who owns the name, who owns the history, and who's willing to burn it all down to come out on top. Bill Spencer thinks he's in control, but with Wyatt hesitating, Donna cracking, and Shauna arriving, he might find that the Logan brand is more than he can handle. The psychological layers here are just so deep. You have to wonder what Bill is really after. Is it just money? Or is he so insecure in his own legacy that he has to constantly prove he can take what belongs to others? And Wyatt, is he coming back out of love for his father? Or is it just that old Spencer guilt that he can't seem to shake? There is so much trauma and history being packed into these next few episodes that it's almost overwhelming. But that's why we watch, right? We want to see how these people navigate the impossible situations they keep putting themselves in. If you're as obsessed with this drama as I am, you definitely don't want to miss what happens next on CBS or Paramount+. Things are moving fast, and one wrong move from Wyatt or one slip of the tongue from Donna is going to change everything for the Spencers and the Logans. It's a high-stakes game where the prize is a 40-carat diamond and the cost is family peace. Before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you're always the first to know when we break down the latest spoilers and recaps. We're diving into all the what-if scenarios every single day, and you won't want to miss a single second of it. If you think Bill Spencer is finally going to get what's coming to him, give this video a like and let us know your wildest predictions in the comments. Do you think Sheila Carter has something to do with all this? Is she the secret roommate everyone is talking about? The theories are endless, and I want to hear yours. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one for more of the bold, the beautiful, and the completely chaotic world of LA fashion.